Hello and welcome back to Tits, Tums and All Things Mum. I'm here with the lovely Jem Fullbrook today. We are doing something very, very different, which is fitness related. And I'm a little bit scared that you're going to kill me later, but it's fine. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really well. And I don't know why you're scared with your past history anyway. Yeah, I'm very well, thank you.
Yeah, I'm not as fit as I used to be now. Definitely not.
Yeah, but muscle memory, it'll come back.
Oh, God. I hope so.
By the weekend, anyway.
Yeah, I hope so. Could you start by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so I'm Jem Fullbrook. I am the owner of Fullbrook Fitness. I've been a personal trainer and fitness instructor for 7 years. And I just really passionate about reaching out to women, trying to make them as fit as possible, but with reality of life and kids and work, and so that's me. That's what I do.
I love that. So many PTs out there at the moment, I see it all the time. They post these reels that are like, oh, you're using this as an excuse, you're using that as an excuse. And to some extent, I agree. Like, some people will, me included, will be like, oh, no, but I've got this to do, I've got that to do. But sometimes, like, for example, this week, my kids are off sick and they are literally shitting everywhere. And like, being able to get out and go to the gym and stuff, if I was to have a PT that made you go to the gym, it would not be possible.
Yeah.
And if I was to say like, oh no, I can't, my kids are sick, and they were one of them ones that were like, oh, you're using that as an excuse, that would drive me absolutely insane. So I love that you focus on like what life is actually like. Yeah,
and I always, I've always said that from the beginning. It's not about being skinny. It's about being strong. It's about being healthy. Yeah. And especially as mums, as we get older, being able to play with the kids, being able to live independently forever, healthy, but not being ridiculous with what we're eating. Yeah. I'm really passionate about that. Just being normal people, but having exercise as part of your lifestyle. Yeah. And initially, I always used to say, let's create exercise into our lifestyles as a forever lifestyle choice, because it's not something you should be picking up and putting back down, but also it's something that you should make a priority when you can. Yeah. So like, for example, your week, you've had a bad week, the kids have been off sick. So it's kind of making sure that this week has been a bit of a write-off, not setting your expectations too high and then making yourself feel shit because you're like, well, I haven't managed to exercise this week. And but it's about like, so when you can, so at the weekend, well, not this weekend, you can't.
I mean, I will be exercising, but just be cutting shapes.
So like when you can, going back to it and then being, being realistic. Yeah. This week I haven't done as many workouts as I normally would. Yeah. But again, I've worked long hours and it's about being realistic when I can next do my exercise. Yeah. So and
I guess like finding exercises that work as well, because I say I don't exercise. Today we've done, have you heard of like brain breaks for kids? No. They do them on YouTube. It's like you basically just dance like a crazy person for half an hour just to like burn some energy. And when you're stuck in with sick kids or it's a rainy day or whatever, it gives you that movement without it actually feeling like you're going to the gym or like going for a run or whatever. I say I don't exercise, but I do bits of movement every day.
Like I'm sure, lots of people will do the school run. So they'll go walking every day and they'll, they'll incorporate that. It's not about going to the gym, is it?
I do exercise every day because I walk to the school run.
But it all counts. That's what I try to get across. It's not about, setting your expectations, right? This week I'm going to go to the gym 5 times. Yeah. I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, and then get into the gym, not having a plan and being like, well, actually, I don't know what I'm doing here. And then just spending 10, 15 minutes on the treadmill and then being like, right, what should I do next? Yeah. It doesn't have to be like that. No. It can be anything. So I always say, you've got YouTube workouts that are there free for you and you can do a 10 minute, 15 minutes, it doesn't matter. It's something, isn't it? Setting yourself a step goal every day. Yeah. And it doesn't have to be the 10,000, 5,000 steps a day. Yeah. You could do meet with a friend and say like, well, let's start running and jogging together and walking. It doesn't have to be hitting the gym and spending hours in the gym. It's being realistic about what you can do in your day. And I think, like say for example this week when you've had the kids at home, maybe in the evening, doing a little 20 minutes session to yourself, helping you with your mental health, making you feel like you've had some time to yourself rather than cleaning up shit, as you put it.
Yep. Do you know, I'm literally an advertiser's dream, because this ad kept coming up on my Instagram all the time. Have you seen those bars that have got resistance bands attached to them, and you can do like a full body workout? I've got one of them. So that's really helpful for weeks like this week when I can't get out of the house to go to the gym or go for a run. I can just do like a strength workout at home, which has saved me, because I'm very much stuck in, I used to be the fitness model. Yeah. Like going to the gym is exercise. And now because I can't go to the gym, I keep thinking, oh, well, I'm not exercising, but actually I am. Yeah. But just not actually physically going to a gym.
Exactly. And I think there is so many other options. Yeah. You know, and again, like we keep talking about the gym. I don't even go to a gym. I have a gym at my house. Like that's where I train my PT team from, and I do classes in my gym. It's not the biggest gym in the world, but I'm able to make it an effective workout in there. Yeah. And it is about kind of, you know, I said, go and find YouTube workout videos that you can do. You've got like local running clubs that you can join. Yeah. And that's maybe intimidating by yourself, but maybe meeting up with somebody else and doing it with them. Yeah. Or finding a local fitness instructor and going to local classes. And if you are in a gym, you know, you might even find that the fitness instructor gives you something that you can then actually do at home if you've got some weights, or if you've got something available, like you said, like you've got your bar with your resistance bands, and just going onto YouTube and following a resistance band workout or Pilates or yoga. There's just so many different options, but we see fitness as, oh, I've got to allocate 1 hour of my time every, I don't know, couple of days, whatever, to a workout. But it doesn't have to be that way. It can just be so simple.
Maybe that's how we need to like change how, as mums, we look at fitness. And like, even if you're doing like 2 minutes here, 3 minutes there, 5 minutes there, like if you put all of that together, you've done an hour workout, even if it's across the whole day. Yeah. We need to stop looking at it. Isn't it? Yeah, it's a lot of pressure.
It is. And I think especially, you know, when you're first time mum, maybe, or if you've got small children, it is that guilt of finding that time to dedicate to you. And obviously there's so many factors that come into that, but you're just finding something that you can do. It benefits everybody. It benefits the kids. It benefits your partner. It benefits your family, you know, your friends, because it's lifting your mental health. Whilst like a lot of us as mums, you know, our bodies change when we have children. So adding some resistance work in to try and strengthen the body back up, the bones, you know, the muscles, and then also maybe a little bit of weight loss if that's what your goal is. Yeah. But that's the other thing, isn't it? Is most workouts, and when we talk about fitness and exercise, it's, oh, well, I want to lose weight, I want to be this, I want to be that, I want to be back when I was 20, not how I look now. But those things are not realistic. Yeah. So it's kind of just allowing yourself to accept that whatever fitness looks like to you now is completely different to I always say I've got women that are in their 50s that can do pull-ups and chin-ups, and I've got women in their 20s that can barely run, but they're there for different reasons. And it doesn't matter, age is not a limit, and being a mum is not a limit. There's so many different aspects of fitness and what it can look like to us as a lifestyle.
This podcast is proudly sponsored by Cover My Bubble. Emma and Chris lost their baby girl Lily Beth at 1 month old and faced financial struggles on top of their grief due to not having life insurance. Now they help others by offering insurance for parents, children and bumps, covering critical illness to income protection. Visit covermybubble.co.uk to cover your bubble.
And I think looking at it more for like health and strength is a good way to look at it, because when you look at it when it's about weight loss and all of that, it can put like a negative view of it. But I'm always so proud of like being able to speak about it from a strength point of view. And we were out recently and there was a really, really muscly guy, and my daughter Bella came up to me and she went, "Mummy, look, that guy is so strong." And I was like, oh, I'm so proud. Like, she looks at muscles and just thinks of strength rather than like what it looks like. And I was like, I'm so proud of her.
That is like, I think when it comes to the children and how we, you know, I always think that I hope that my children look at us working out and know that it's not only to be, you know, look a certain way, but it is to be strong. Like, you know, mummy can take the shopping, you know, when as the delivery man comes or whatever and he puts the basket and he's like, oh, that one's heavy, it's like, hey, I've got this, because like, I'm strong, I know I can lift that. So, you know, it's about making sure that they see that fitness is not just I want to say an aesthetic thing, because my boys are teenagers now, and I know that they see these muscly men and that their expectations.
Yeah.
And I want my daughter to see me strong, but I feel a little bit more responsible for how she sees fitness.
Yeah.
And seeing someone strong and knowing that they're strong because they work out is a great thing. But equally, if you don't look strong, that's also okay, because you can be fit, and doesn't mean you have to be stick thin or you have to be really muscular. You can still be fit and strong. So I feel like I take a real big responsibility on that narrative with my children and my nieces and my nephews, like looking at what strength and my responsibility to show them that fitness is a way of life, but it's not the be all and end all of life.
Yeah, definitely. So then we've spoken about exercise. What about food? Because I swear for the first 3 years of both my kids' lives, I lived on sandwich crusts and leftover chicken nuggets, whatever there was on their plates. That's what I lived off of. So how can we make a healthier lifestyle when we're so busy?
Do you know, this subject is one that I have always trodden really carefully with, because I think it's so individual to every person. And I've always I've never given nutrition advice as such, because I just believe that we all have such an individual relationship with food and our habits. But saying that, I think the majority of us know what eating healthy looks like, right? None of us are stupid enough to be like, right, well, I've had 5 McDonald's this week and I feel, if you do. Depending on your circumstances.
3 o'clock in Butlins at Burger King.
Well, that's acceptable. You're in Butlins. What else are you going to eat? But I think, looking at nutrition, I always say to my team, think about a balanced diet. Nothing is in restriction, because there are no bad foods. It's just about eating the right things at the right time, but equally eating what is the wrong things as well, because that's life. So as a busy mum, maybe being a little bit more prepared, so you're not picking up those crusts. So actually thinking of yourself, I don't know, meal planning on a Sunday and being like, right, so I know that I've got my lunches, I'm going to make up, I don't know, some chicken wraps, or, so thinking that every meal, what nutritional value does add to me. So starting with breakfast, I know some people would love a bowl of Cocoa Pops or whatever, but actually you're probably just going to feel hungry by 10 and you're then going to crave even more sugary food. So thinking about on that plate for your breakfast, have you got some protein? Have you got some carbs? And have you got some really good fats in there? I know that's quite a lot for people to kind of take on, and maybe you don't be like, what are you on about, Jem? I haven't got time to be able to think about that. But scrambling up a few eggs, or even cooking a few boiled eggs.
I love a boiled egg for breakfast.
Yeah, and it keeps you fuller for longer, and you just feel a little bit better about yourself. You're going about your day knowing that you're full with good foods rather than filling yourself with a load of crap. And when we are tired, the worst thing we do, right, is pick up the shit, don't we? Not literally, but well, and literally.
I mean, I've been doing that all week.
But like picking up chocolate biscuits, because we're like, oh God, I'm low in energy, so I'll have a few chocolate biscuits. Actually, rather than picking up those chocolate biscuits, pick up a bit of fruit, put the kids in the pushchair and go out on a little walk and just energize yourself again. And it is easy for me to say, but I have had 4 children. I do know the situations you can be in are hard to think about yourself and food options. But I think it's not setting your expectations too high with any of this, with exercise, with food, not going, right, I'm going to start on Monday, I'm going to really restrict myself, because
it's always Monday, isn't it?
It's always why is it always Monday?
Start on Monday.
Monday's always and what we do there is on Sundays, like, right, I'll just eat everything, so that it's all gone, and then Monday I'll start, and then you might get through Monday and be like, I'm starving, get
to Thursday, and then
it's all screwed.
Let's try again Monday.
And I think that is such a pattern, whereas if we actually think about eating healthily, or eating, like I said, just a nutritionally balanced diet with a few biscuits every day, if that's your thing, or a few chocolate squares, or I don't know, an ice cream in the evening, but balance that out throughout the day.
My weakness is cheese. It's not chocolate, it's not sweets or cake.
See, I just can't relate to you.
It's bloody cheese.
So what would you just go to the
I'd just get a slice of cheese out of the fridge, shove it in my face. Cheese. Or my favourite thing at the moment is wrapping a sausage roll in cheese.
Wrapping a sausage roll in cheese?
Literally getting a cheese slice and wrapping it around a sausage roll. It's so good. So people are like, oh, I can't help but have chocolate. I'm like, no, it's cheese. It's cheese. Yeah.
Well, then maybe you just need to not be wrapping your sausage rolls in cheese. Maybe like half your sausage roll.
What sort of life is that without cheese wrapped sausage rolls?
Like Philadelphia, you can still have cheese. Just don't, maybe not as much cheese as that.
I'm sad now.
But again, maybe do that on Friday. Yeah. But don't do that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
What sort of life is this?
Save those treats until the end of the week. But and again, those are things that you enjoy, and life is for enjoying, right? We just never know how long we've got.
Maybe I just enjoy it too much.
Yeah. But equally though, Lottie, if that's not a problem to you, then if you came to me and was like, right, Jem, this is what I want to do. And, I'm quite happy with how I look. I'm quite happy with my diet. But I just want to get a bit fitter. Yeah. So it would be like, right, let's have a look at what you do on a weekly basis. Let's look at how we can improve your fitness by introducing the workouts or the walks and the steps. And then maybe if nutrition wasn't a thing for you and you're quite happily eating sausage rolls and cheese, but I would maybe just sort of say to you, like I say, like, don't do that every day.
Do you need 5 of them a day? No, you probably don't. So just stick to one.
Do you need to go to Greg's again and get your nice sausage roll and wrap it up? But I just can't get that image out of my head. That's like,
honestly, try it. It's the best thing ever. I love it.
Right, I'll try. It'll be a nice treat.
Just one.
Yeah, just one, definitely.
So before you head over and kill me with a workout over there, we are going to spin the wheel.
Yeah.
Amazing. Now you're going to go home and try a cheese wrap sausage roll.
I really wanted to say to you, that is so fucking calorific.
It probably is. It's probably the reason.
How many calories are in your sausage roll?
But it tastes so good.
Do you melt your cheese?
No, you just wrap it round.
What cheese are we talking about?
Cheese slices.
Like the
sandwich cheese.
No, like she means like
sandwich
the ones
cheese.
Oh, right, okay.
You get it
like for
it's
a
like
burger
cheddar
cheese.
but pre-sliced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like in my head, everything that I was meant to say, I didn't say. Does everybody do that?
It's fine.
Literally everyone says the same thing.
Yeah.
Like literally in my head, I was like, well, that wasn't.
And then they
anything I was
come back
gonna say.
again to say it again, so you just have to come back on another time.
I'll be like, right, well, I didn't get that across. Never mind.
You've still got time. Ready?
Right, and call it in.
So here it is, the spin and spill wheel. Do you want to give it a big spin?
Right, okay.
Are you nervous?
Yeah, this is what I'm scared about because I don't know what's coming. I don't know what I'm going to say.
Oh, Q&A. Let's have a look.
Q&A. Oh, that's easy, isn't it? I like Q&A.
I wonder if I've got a fitness one. I don't know. Q&A. Oh, it's not fitness related at all.
I love being open. Go on.
So, how do you think we can bring more equality to the mental load?
Oh my gosh, that is a heavy
That's
question.
a deep question. How long have you got? Because this, honestly, I could go deep on this because the mental load is literally the bugbear of my life, and I feel like many of my episodes have gone into this topic.
Yeah, it is a strong topic.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put my hands up and say that I'm quite lucky, and I always say lucky. I would never have had 4 children, and would never have done life as I've done it if my husband didn't take like a lot of the load with me. Yeah, because he does take on a lot for me. However, his brain doesn't work like my brain. Yeah, so I think. Yeah, I mean the mental load for us females, and you want to be like politically correct with it, don't you?
You don't have to be on this podcast. Okay, that's Darren's heard it all.
So yeah, I think that we naturally take on everything, and the kids, and
I'll point out as well, it's the default parent because it's not always the mum either. Sometimes the dad is the default parent. I've got friends who the dad is the one that works less and does the majority of the mental load, but so. The default parent, like being the main one that has the mental load, whether that is the mum or the dad. Yeah.
I think that is so dependent on your family, isn't it? And your lifestyle and what you've got going on, how many children you've got, that social calendar for my children, if it's anything, this is probably really bad, but if it's anything sort of football wise, like James will take that on and I won't because he's involved in that. And, anything sort of with the younger ones, I would be the one to take that on. Yeah. But it's sort of thinking about, shopping, thinking about washing and ironing and cleaning, all those things, we kind of have a routine.
Yeah.
So that's how we set that up.
Yeah.
I am definitely ADHD, so I like things done in
You're not allowed
order.
in this studio unless you're ADHD, so yeah.
Pass, yay. But I love things in order, so we kind of create a routine, and I think we've been together for 20 years, so we know how that looks for us. But I still do get quite shocked when I hear some of my friends talking, or like my team that I PT, and then the woman, like you say, there is the man as well, but in my cases it's normally them, where they do take so much more on. I don't know how that happens though, or how I think it is just a conversation between you, right? If you're struggling, it's about saying, can you take some of this for me, because this mental load on me is too much.
I was laughing about going away last weekend because if my husband was to go away for the weekend, he'd literally pack his bags and be like, okay, bye. But I had to do a food shop, make sure there was petrol in the car. The kids had a birthday party to go to on the Saturday, so I had to go get the present, wrap the present, make sure it was ready to go, make sure they all had like clothes that were washed and like ready to go, made sure their uniforms were washed a day early, because I normally wash them on the Friday, but I was going on the Friday, so I had to make sure they were done on the Thursday, ready for the Monday. And it was like all this prep, and then I did like a massive like clean of the whole house to make sure the house was clean and tidy. And I was like, that's so funny that like there's all this prep for me to go away for the weekend, and he'd just pick up his bag and be like, see you later. And I said that to him, and I was like, that's so funny that I'm doing this. And then when I came back on the Monday, I was expecting the house to be an absolute shithole. It was spotless.
So he was quite capable.
Yeah, and our Hoover fell off the wall a really long time ago, literally like a year ago. And I kept saying to him, can you put the Hoover back up? And he even put the Hoover back up whilst also having the kids. And I was like, you're just trying to prove a point, but I don't mind. Like, if it gets shit done, then
Exactly.
So I was like, so what house job are you going to get done this weekend while I go away then? Like, you're going to paint that bit of wall, or you're going to hang that thing back up. So we'll see what he does this weekend.
Well, I do have a bit of a confession with that, because my husband is a bit of a saint with things like that, and I don't have to do any of it. I know. And I actually, normally when I go away, I do come home to a decorated room.
Oh my God.
I know, how bad is that?
That's me. I'm the one that decorates if he goes away. Yeah.
Well, like James is away this weekend and I won't do anything. I'll just, chill out with the kids. But when I go away, I don't do what you do.
Yeah.
I would make sure there was a shop and things, but he's quite capable.
Yeah.
But I would also say that our eldest is 16 now, so he's like, he's older and able to do what his own thing.
Yeah.
But when the kids were younger, I would have been a bit like you. I would have made sure that everything was kind of sorted. But now that they're all a bit more independent, that's not really our life anymore.
Yeah,
we don't have to have, they can do those things themselves, or they can help James do them. And we're very well trained now. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
So I think years ago, and especially I think when I look at James's role when he was in his 20s as a dad and his 30s as a dad, he's now in his 40s. He was a different. So I think he's taken more responsibility and kind of maybe grown up a little bit. I don't know. That's what I think.
Maybe that's what I need then.
What age is your husband?
Yeah, we're still our early 30s. So
he's a baby.
Still living our lives.
Yeah.
Right, so it's time for you to go and kill me with a fitness session. So let's go. Okay, you ready to kill me with one of your fitness workouts? Yeah. And this is something that mums could just do at home.
Absolutely,
and they could do it with their kids around as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, get them involved. They could add weights if they've got them at home. They can do a body weight. Yeah. They can do, half the time. If it's 10 minutes is too much, then just reduce it. Yeah, just do something.
Can I opt for half the time now?
No.
Damn it!
Absolutely not. No, you need to do the whole thing. Okay. And obviously, from a health and safety point of view as well, make sure that you do warm up and cool down, because we obviously are not going to incorporate too much of a warm up. But I would. I mean,
you must be warm after doing stroller speed.
Yeah, I'm very warm, and this jumper is thick.
Yeah.
But make sure you do warm up. So simple things, 5 minutes warm up. I would always say.
Yeah.
But we're saying that we don't have a lot of time, then maybe just making sure that before you don't just go from sitting down to doing this. So definitely warm up and cool down at the end, but we haven't got too much time for that. No. So we'll do a little tiny warm up and then we'll just go into our exercises. Okay, right, so to start with, let's have core muscles in nice and tight.
What
and
core
then
muscles?
they're there, we've all got them
somewhere.
Yours were there proper one day, they'll come back.
Pack one.
Exactly. So let's go down to our toes, and then let's reach all the way up. So core muscles in nice and tight, and we'll just repeat that just for a few.
To put my hair out of the way.
Yeah, no, I should have put mine out. Okay, and then let's go with our hands into the midline of our chest, and then let's go from one way to the other. So core muscles in nice and tight. So I always say that. And if you're just at home and you're sat on the sofa, just always remember, pull your core in. Just pull your core muscles in.
They tell you to do that with your pelvic floors, don't they?
Yeah,
just whenever you're just
floors,
sitting.
Yeah.
Just...
The other thing is when you're like driving, just relax down. Let's just go with some step back. So we'll just take one foot back and then arms come forward. When you're driving or sat feeding or just sat at home, squeeze your bum muscles. Just contract the glutes and then back down again. Yeah. I mean, it's just something that's better than nothing. Or if you're stood at the side cooking or, I don't know, making a cup of tea,
clench your bum.
Squats, clench your bum, anything. You can move without actually having to do a proper workout, as we were saying earlier.
My legs are still hurt just from wearing heels at the weekend.
Yeah, my feet throb for days after. Yeah. That really hurts. Okay, so let's start off with some squats. So core muscles in nice and tight. Once again, always. Shoulders nice and strong. And then we're going to get our bum out behind, make sure our knees don't come forward.
Do you hear my knee
core
crack?
Muscles in. That's normal.
I'm so old.
Always cracking knees. I think the older we get, the more it kind of cracks.
Usually my hips or my knees cracking.
Definitely. I always say when you get out of bed at night or in the morning, and then you're just like...
It sounds like loads of balloons popping everywhere.
Yeah. There was a comedian that said that when you run down the stairs naked, you give yourself a round of applause. Definitely do that.
So funny.
Okay, keep it going for 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, let's just march on the spot while we rest for a second. Then we're going to do the same thing again.
It's my favourite bit, the rest.
Yeah, the rest. Yeah. Well, active rest means that we're still moving, right?
Yeah.
You can do star jumps, you can do high knees, you can do something, but just a little bit of an active rest. So let's go again. So plant those feet out, core muscles in nice and tight. Let's get that bum out behind, keeping the shoulders upright.
So with a squat, does it matter how low down you go?
So I always say that's dependent on obviously your flexibility, your range of movement, how fit you are. So if you're just starting out, just getting your bum out behind. But obviously the more you want to progress, the lower you go, the better. Keeping your chest upright is the most important thing, and making sure your bum goes back out behind so your knees aren't coming forward. Yeah. That's the most important thing. Okay, relax. Well done. Okay, so let's march again. So this one's really simple. No, still here. For our arms, and you know, it is just a really, really simple movement, and it's arm circles. That is really, really effective. Okay. So what we're going to do, plant our feet, arms out, and then we're just going to do a forward circle. So nice and controlled.
I've heard this is good for bingo wings.
Absolutely.
Love it.
Anything's good for just moving, right? Yeah. Moving your body. Yeah, exactly. But if you want to progress, you hold on to a couple of weights with this, and you can even do lat raises. So
love it.
Depends on what you've got at home, but at the moment we're just trying to do something that's simple and
quick.
You
could just get some water bottles.
Exactly.
Anything.
Cans of relax. I don't know if that was 30 seconds, but let's just go back into a march. When COVID striked and we couldn't go out to the gyms or into my classes, we just all had to use what we had. Yeah. And not everybody had weights at that time. Let's go again. So this time we're going to take it. We took it forward. We're going to take it backwards. You can move your legs at the same time, like
I'm still marching.
You can march. But yeah, so we had to just use water bottles or cans or whatever we had at home just to make it as a bit of a resistance training. So those options are definitely there. And the more you progress, the more you do want to add the weight and the resistance. But for now, just thinking about
I can feel it in my arms without anything.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah, love it.
Let's go for 4. I'm not very good at timekeeping. 2, 1, and relax. So I've done. So let's go back to our march. So let's go with a forward lunge. So we want to make sure that, again, we keep our core muscles nice and tight. And when I say that, I'm almost like pulling my belly button back towards my spine. So just a lot of people don't actually know what you're on about half the time. And we're just going to take one big step forward, making sure that the front knee doesn't come all the way forward. We want ourselves to go down and then back up again. Let's switch legs. So core muscles in.
Here's where I die. Hurt my bum.
Can you feel it in your legs?
Yeah.
Sometimes the most simplest of movements, I can't say that word, simplest of movements are really effective. So just a simple lunge, Again, if you've got weights at home, add the weights in. Pick up the babies, pick up the toddlers.
Yeah, I was going to say, I used to have my children on my back doing it.
Yeah, definitely.
They make for good weights.
And also, if you're feeling like you haven't got the strength to do this, just take it a little bit less deep, so you don't have to go as deep. And also, just relax this much. You can, if you're feeling particularly strong, you can take it into lunge jumps.
Thank you.
Make it a bit more energetic. We're just assuming that we don't exercise.
Yeah.
Right, let's do the same thing again. So core muscles in, let's step forward. You can also reverse this if you want to. You can do your first round forward. Your second round can be backwards.
Getting out of breath now. That's how unfit I am.
You're not. You're busy dancing.
Yeah.
Weekend.
Give me a 10-minute workout, I'll be out of breath. Give me 4 hours of dancing, I'm great.
Shouting, singing.
Yeah.
All the rest of it. Okay, right, relax. So we're going to do a little bit on the floor. So let's come down, hands on our hands and knees to start with.
Crack, crack, crack.
Right, so hands are going to go underneath our shoulders. And again, we're going to keep our back nice and flat, taking our legs out. And we're just going to slowly do a mountain climber. So we're going to walk one leg in and then the other. I better just check the time so we're not doing that for too long. So core muscles in. This is when we get hot.
Yeah, I know. I can feel it.
So the most important thing with this is that you're just drawing your knee in towards your chest. If you want to take it faster, obviously it's going to make it a little bit harder for you. And this is when the kids will definitely jump on your back.
Oh God, yeah, this is like an invitation.
I'm just going to check the time. 3, 2, and let's come back up to standing. 15 seconds, we've got a march. You can't slow down there.
Oh, look at my sweaty handprints on the floor.
Mine are pooey.
You still got it under your nails?
Just a little bit.
Lovely, don't go home with it like that.
Right, let's go again. So back down to the floor. Hands in front, so we're going to take those shoulders underneath those arms, and then we're going to literally march one knee in and then the other. Really good for the core, but also obviously adding a little bit of cardio in here. The faster you go, the harder it is.
Yeah, I won't be going faster. It's been a while.
No, it hasn't. You said you went to the gym the other week.
Yeah, but not doing this stuff.
No. To be honest, I don't do a lot of this stuff much anymore. It's normally weights, so it's so good when you do. I always find that a cardio workout gives you a really good buzz. And relax, let's come up to standing. I bet my timing's really off there.
Look at my sweaty red face.
Right, let's march it out. Okay, so we'll finish on the floor. We're going to do a round of bridge raises and then a round of crunches. Okay, so let's go all the way down. So again, if you've got resistance bands, how do we want to do this?
Maybe not bum at camera.
Right, so let's lie on our backs. Okay, so we're just going to
I'll just
squeeze
stay
the
here.
bum. Let's have a lie down and a rest. Then we're going to squeeze the bum up to the sky, pushing the weight through the heels. So let's go. Push up and then back down again. So if you want it a little bit harder, you can take your hands up above your shoulders just to make you have to balance a little bit better.
Oh, I'm going to do it.
Also, you make it a little bit harder by not putting your bum all the way to the floor. Keep your core muscles in.
This stuff I can do, I don't mind this.
Exactly. And I always think, like, if you did this like once a day, 15 minutes, 10 minutes of your time, and you're done. Okay, relax. So during our 15 seconds rest, let's keep our bums squeezed to the sky. Okay. We might as well, because we don't want to get up and march. Squeeze your glutes, stay up the top.
I feel like I'm in Eric Prid's video, you know, like the Call on Me.
Oh, we always say that.
Thrusting to the ceiling.
Let's go again, depending on what music comes on when we're working out, and also what everybody's wearing, because back in sort of like what you're going to wear this weekend, actually.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be nice 80s looking.
I know.
Well, back in the 90s when I used to go with my mum, she used to wear like the thong leotards.
That's what I'm wearing this weekend.
Is it? We used to go to my mum, we keep fit with like this little bra top on, cycling shorts, and then a thong over the top.
Well,
I mean, what was that about?
I do love it though. I can't wait to wear it.
And relax. Well done. Okay, so this time let's work a little bit on our core. So we'll have our hands lightly behind our ears. If you need to, you can protect your neck. You can use your neck a little bit more. Your hands a little bit more to protect your neck. And we're just going to squeeze up and down. So we squeeze up through the core muscles and then slowly back down. So make sure you can feel the core. So the tummy muscles working for you, just up and down.
don't mind these bits. This is all right.
It's just like something so simple.
Yeah.
So keeping your elbows out your field of vision is going to make you have to work a little bit harder, but if you bring your elbows in a little bit closer, it makes it a little bit easier. Let's keep going for another 5 seconds.
Burpees are literally like my worst nightmare.
And the thing with burpees, I mean, I absolutely love a burpee and relax, but you can walk them, you know, you can make it easier. There's so many things you can do. I know that literally when I say burpees in my classes, it's like I'm swearing.
Everyone's like, oh.
Yeah, they literally, the sigh that goes around the room. Like, let's go again, same thing. But, you know, as you get fitter and stronger, those things become easier to do.
Yeah.
It's just about being consistent.
Yeah, that's what I need to do. That's my issue.
Yeah.
Consistency.
Like I said earlier, it's that those expectations, don't set the expectations too high. A couple of times a week, it just makes you feel so much better mentally, doesn't it? Just moving and knowing that you're doing something for yourself and making you stronger and fitter. Maybe aided in a little bit of weight loss and helping with the mood as we become parents and things become stressful. 3, 2, 1, and relax.
Woo!
You're done. See?
Get up off
It
the
sounded
floor.
like I farted. It was my coat, my jumper on the floor. So.
Yeah, don't add to the peel on the floor.
Well, that's the other thing. Obviously, you know, it can be a bit of a risk, weeing or farting.
Yeah, weeing. That's why we need to do this.
Exactly. Yeah, help the floor
everything
muscles, pull everything on. Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
So after this, you would definitely need to do a little bit of a cool down. So a little bit of a stretch, but
yeah,
make sure you do.
We're just going to go sit down and drink tea.
Exactly.
Instead.
Yeah, that sounds good plan.
Here we go. We are at Stroller Speedway. So, situation is your little baby has done a poo in the pushchair. You need to get her out, change her nappy as clean as you would like your own child to be. Right. Put her nappy back on, do her vest up, make sure her hat stays on, put her back in the pushchair. Yeah. Slalom that way, touch my shoulder. Done. Right. And you have got 59 seconds to beat. How are you feeling?
I'm actually really nervous.
Everyone's
really serious.
The pressure to get at the top of the leaderboard.
This is my job, like, you know, being quick.
I reckon you can do it. So I'll count you down, and then when I say go, you can grab her. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. Blimey, that was enthusiastic. Straight in there.
Get this off. Oh my god, I can't even get it off.
Just yank it.
That's disgusting.
It's Nutella, it's not real poo.
Oh, it is on my finger as well, that's right.
You've got lovely long nails as well. You're going to have like...
yuck. Oh, she's proper. Right, how clean would I like my child? When it comes to this,
it's questionable, like depends where you are.
Oh no, she's covered. Oh, she's alright. She's going to get a little bit of a sore bum, but she'll be fine.
I love that there's a bit on the floor and everything.
Yeah, and in my nails. I'll eat it after.
Gross.
Like literally, what time am I on? This is really important.
You are on 40 seconds.
Oh my gosh! I'm going to do rubbish.
Quick.
She was so quick.
She was quick. You might get second or third.
Oh my gosh, I need to get second. I'm not competitive at all, as you can tell. Right.
In she goes. Right, slalom. Go.
Oh! Too enthusiastic.
Okay, you're at a minute. You're doing good. We got a little bit of a crash at the end.
Sorry.
But we are second place with, oh my god, look at your
I've got poo.
1 minute and 4 seconds. Woo! You're literally 5 seconds. 5 seconds.
Oh
my god.
Do I get a retake?
It was so close. You'll have to come back on and do it again.
Definitely.
So how was that?
That was very exciting.
Yeah, very
It's
exciting.
definitely going to be a new party trick for Christmas.
I mean, it's questionable whether she's
not clean. And I've got poo on the floor. And poo in my nails.
Right, let's move these down and put you second place.
She was so fast.
She was so fast.
I don't reckon her baby was clean.
Well, I think she did a pretty good job.
Better than me. Mine is still filthy.
There we go. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Let's head back over.
Yeah, thanks.
So I am very, very sweaty now, but thank you for that. It's good to know that you can do little exercises like that at home and it still counts towards doing some movement and it's definitely not like having to go out for an hour. So yeah.
Definitely. Just something small and just get it done.
Yeah. And I'm very sweaty, so it definitely worked. Yeah. And how was your experience of Stroller Speedway?
The competitive side of me, I always think I'm only competitive with myself, but when I saw that 59 seconds, I really wanted to beat that, and I didn't. So
only 5 seconds away, though.
It's just because there was so much poo on my baby. I'm a very bad parent because there still is. But no, it was good fun. Thank you.
Yeah, you'll have to come back and try and beat.
I want to come back and beat my time.
Maybe wear short nails next time so you don't get glue under your nails.
Yeah, definitely.
But thank you so much for coming on. I know so many mums out there will benefit from this episode and just learning that you don't have to put that pressure on yourself to go out and do wild things. Just a little 10 minutes at home is enough.
And I hope that comes across. And if anybody's got any questions, they can always just reach out to me on social. So I'm always happy to give some advice or help.
Amazing. On that note, could you tell everyone where we can find you online?
Yeah, so I'm Fullbrook Fitness on Instagram. That's the only place I am these days.
Amazing.
But on Instagram.
Easy, all in one place.
Yeah,
love it.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much for coming on, and thank you to everyone at home for watching and for listening. Please don't forget to subscribe, download, and all the other things, and I'll see you next week.